Spotify in the Exodus economy. The year is 2030. Consumers have lost trust with governments and big data corporations, rejecting mainstream society in favor of small, rural communities. So how does Spotify, a digital streaming service, survive in this economy? First, let's hear about the years 2020 to 2025 and the factors that pushed our consumer to enter the Exodus economy.
The COVID-19 pandemic had a major impact on the work and mental health worldwide. Some of the great changes that can be seen during that epidemic were job market disruptions, where major disruptions were the closure and especially the health sector and hospitality sector, travel and retail sector. These sectors were widely affected. More remote working became more common, accelerates the pace of work culture and creates problem for those who didn't work from home. And unemployment were the widespread and the cause of financial stress among the individuals and the businesses. Then there were economic impact which the pandemic caused, a global recession affecting constructions, trade. Government around the world have implemented various stimulus packages and financial programs to support individuals, businesses during the economic crisis. There were mental health challenges, uncertainty and fear about illness and death that included isolation and financial stress. People started getting scared about the pandemic, and they didn't want it to be close to anyone just so that they don't catch the COVID virus. So they opted to move away from everyone, which also created a lot of anxiety, depression, mental health issues and other mental issues. These type of psychological issues became more common, that people face challenges as a job for job and adaptation and resilience.
Hi, this is Sanjay. So when I started my research deeply into the future exodus scenario of the Spotify from the year 2030 to 2040, I found some of the factors that has to be overcome by the world, which involve a combination of political, economical, social and environmental measures. There are four major factors that has to be overcome by the world, of course. There are many factors that has to be overcome, but these are the four major factors that has been prioritized first to overcome. So those four major factors are education and empowerment, technology and innovation, promoting peace and stability, global governance and its cooperation. So if the world overcomes these four major factors, we could get a proper future exodus economy, and even the Spotify's economy could get higher compared to 2020 to 2030. The 2030 to 2040, the economy would be higher.
Now that we understand our consumers' motives to leave, let's reflect on Spotify's history and our brand values.
Firstly, who was Spotify? As we all know, Spotify is a digital music streaming platform which allows users to enjoy millions of songs and podcasts uploaded by different artists. The Spotify was founded in Stockholm, Sweden in 2008 by Daniel Ek and Martin Lorenzo. After 15 years from their start, the Spotify has gained 47.2 million subscribers and a vast collection of more than 50 million songs, making it the biggest music streaming platform around the world. Before Spotify came into existence, Pandora and iTunes were the dominant figures in the music streaming service. The evolution and impact of Spotify. Following its launch in 2008, the Spotify strategically entered the US market in 2011 to establish itself as a major player in the music streaming market. The company initially offered the free trial before its transition to a freemium model in 2012. This strategy has remained the key part of their business model. The Spotify provides musicians with a platform to reach the diverse audience, allowing them to communicate with the fans worldwide. As a dedicated platform, focuses on creativity, personalized listening experiences. They strive for transparency in data consumption and artist compensation, enhancing trust and user relationships. Their efforts include creating playlists, proposing new artists, and improving their audio quality. Their daily mix and release radar use algorithms to provide tailored suggestions in an unexpected and entertaining way.
So let's consider the next step in Spotify, the solutions and how we stay true to our values.
So, in a scenario where everyone has cut off the consumption of anything related to technology, we need some solutions that Spotify could use to target the Exodus communities to make their stand in the society. Spotify, which used to be one of the biggest music streaming platform, will use some of the innovative ideas to be accessible to their existing users and to form new users. Some of the ideas used by Spotify will be, first of all, the offline access, second of all, the diversification of distribution channels, then there will be the traditional method of payment, which will be the barter system, then the community engagement and localization, and at last they will adapt to the new devices. The main solution which we think will be implemented by the Spotify will be a solution device which will look kind of similar to this. It will come preloaded with a curated selection of songs that can be customized to individual preferences. These devices will be available in these offline stores and concert booths featuring musicians. By offering a combination of manually customized and data-driven personalization, Spotify will aim to provide users with a personalized music experience while adapting the changing economy landscape.
So how will this community-led approach work in practice? Well, the RSA predict that weakened domestic firms will merge in order to find an economy of scale. But merging is something that we should have to think about. We have to think about our core values as a business. Spotify, we've always been innovative, collaborative, sincere, passionate, and playful. When we consider these values, we've always been a company that liked to have fun. When we consider the reasons we discussed earlier why people have moved to the Exodus, these values really resonate. So when we think about who we want to merge with, perhaps we want to integrate into communities rather than merge with other businesses. This change does see Spotify looking away from a global view, but looking more at a smaller, local and national view. We'll be working with communities to find richer values to life. We'll be supporting them to grow their economies, but also their cultural economy. We will establish ourselves as a network between small communities, an avenue where people can share culture, music, and express themselves. That's why we will launch with concerts for communities, a way to engage these communities, bring them together, and share our values with them. We're passionate people and we love music. That's why at these events we'll be offering our music players for free. We've always been a freemium model and we want to continue with that. That's part of the fabric of us, and we want to be part of that social fabric as well. And once we establish this value proposition, we can then enter stages of bartering and work with these communities to actually build a value chain. We want to make money here, we are a business, but we want to do the right thing. When we look at Robinson's article on bartering is more about building networks. We want to bridge pathways between communities. We see huge potential for us at Spotify to really embrace this new economy. It's an opportunity for us to look at grassroots music and actually celebrate these new cultures and communities that are popping up. As we move into this new era of the business, we'll reflect on this quote again. Those who take part in the Exodus find themselves materially worse off but richer in other ways. As a business, we need to embrace this. It won't be the old Spotify, but we'll find new values by the way we work with communities, embrace grassroots cultures, and offer platforms for these cultures as well to share their experience, their culture, and their community values within the ways they express themselves through music.